Hi everybody, welcome back to the Drunken Bull Ranch. I'm Reed. Today, since the sun just barely came up and it's pretty freaking cold outside, here in the shop, you can actually see my breath. It's pretty cold in the shop too. But today, I kind of wanted to go over some of the costs of the farm. Partly because I talk to a lot of people every day, and most of them don't have a very realistic outlook on what it costs to start a farm. So I've got some rough numbers that are in my head that I'm going to go over with you and share this with you. Anyway, okay, our little farm. We call it the Drunken Bull Ranch, like I said. It's more like a ranchette. It's only 10 acres. I think they call that a ranchette. But anyway, so the initial cost to buy the property, the little house that we have, honestly, it's only about 1,800 square feet. It's a dinky little house. We like it, but the cost for that was roughly $350,000 that we spent just getting the property. So, I mean, right there, right off the top, boom, $350,000. Then you've got the equipment. The little LS tractor that I've done a couple of videos on, that was roughly $35,000, and that was a pretty screaming deal on a tractor. I mean, I was looking at used tractors that they were more than that. So, yeah. Then we've got the other equipment that we purchased. Most of it we bought used, and be honest, it's pretty hammered. We spent money fixing it up, and so we've probably spent in the realm of $12,000 to $15,000 on other equipment. That's probably a little more than that, but so we've got that. Then we had to be able to irrigate the property, so we had to go out and buy hand lines and irrigation pipe, stuff like that. We're in the realm of $8,000 to $10,000 into that. The garden that we did out there with the garden boxes and whatnot, we put about $4,000 into that. Now, I'm not doing this video just to freak you out. I mean, if you want to be a farmer, go for it. And then we've got fencing. We've put several $1,000s into fencing. The property, when we got it, had boulders all over it. It hadn't been farmed in a long time, and so we had to clear the property, and so we bought the little Cabelco excavator that you've seen in some of our videos. The excavator was used, has a lot of hours on it. I mean, it's pretty well fallen apart, but we just repaired it as we have to. But basically, we've got about $38,000 tied up in that. Then there's a bunch of other miscellaneous costs that, I mean, you've got fuel, you've got fence staples, you've got whatever it may be. And I just have a miscellaneous fund that I keep track of, and it's in the realm of about 50 grand. So basically, this place, before ever making a dime, cost us about $500,000 or $500,000. I find this to be pretty typical, that if you're going to buy a piece of property like this and try and improve it and get it producing, you're going to spend a lot of money. Now, I'm going to say that this is kind of depressing for me, because anytime that I sit down and figure out how much I spent and how much I've made, which is zilch, I just kind of go, oh, you got to be kidding me. There's got to be a better way to do this. But, I mean, it is what it is. Now, the other thing that I'm going to tell you is that we have not hired anyone or any labor or anything like that in all of this. We've done it all ourselves, between myself, my wife, my son helps. I mean, we've done it all ourselves, and we still have a long ways to go. Hopefully this year, which will be our 3rd year on this property, we will actually start selling some products, pork, beef, maybe some vegetables, I don't know. We'll hopefully be able to start making some of that back this year, but I'm not going to hold my breath. It is what it is, and it is a long road to hoe, so to speak. You have to have your infrastructure, you have to have your facilities to house your animals. Yeah, everything costs money. So that goes back to why I built the chicken coop out of reclaimed lumber, and why anywhere that I can pick up fence posts or something like that, kind of cheap, I'm all about it. Yeah, you just have to save money wherever you can, cut your costs. I mean, now granted, yeah, if I sold the place and all the equipment and everything, I could probably recoup my costs. But we want this lifestyle, and so that's why we're putting so much into it. But I mean, I see videos and things like that where people are like, and I'm not dogging on anybody, but they say, oh yeah, we built a whole homestead or farm in 4 months and turned a profit. It's doable, but you've got to have a whole lot of money and infrastructure already on the property. So yeah, I mean, realistically, it's like any business. You put a whole lot into it at the beginning, and then slowly you'll start to see the money come back to you, or the profits. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over that with you, since I was just out here in the shed puttering around, and I've got a motor over there that I'm tearing apart for the old Arctic and trying to put back together. And I was just thinking about this and just thought I'd share it, because I was kind of going over numbers last night and trying not to fall out of my chair. But yeah, so that's kind of a more realistic point of view. Like I said, we've dumped a lot of money into this place, and we're happy with it. And hopefully this year we'll actually start getting some back. But there again, you never know. We could get, I don't know, some kind of a weird disease in the animals or something, and lose everything on them. So yeah, if you're going to do this, make sure that you've got the funds available, and don't think that you're going to buy the place, quit your job, and come out and grow vegetables. I mean, you've got to have some form of income. Vegetables will pay out for a few months, but what are you going to grow in the winter? So yeah, just give it thought, plan it out, like we did. We knew we weren't going to make anything off of it for a while, and go from there, and really sit down and make a plan. So there you go. That is my depressing video. I apologize if I depressed any of you as well. But have a good day. Thanks for listening, and support your local farmers. Bye.